there, come join the show. Let's talk the highs, the hurt, the glow. She's got the mic and we've got the night. Let's live out loud, let's get it right.
Welcome back to part 2. This is Maggie McIntyre with the Talks Drop, and we are here today with makeup artist Sheriz, and we are talking with her about all kinds of things. She's a mother, she's a business owner, she's a professional makeup artist and esthetician, building her business, and she's in the early years of doing all of that. But we're going to get into where we left off last time, which was sort of how she got started and talking about those early days and what her ambitions are as a makeup artist. So welcome back. Good to see you haven't left the chair. We haven't changed our outfits. It's almost like a whole week hasn't passed between episodes, right? Yeah. So one of the most interesting parts of your story, and I mean, I shouldn't say because there's so many things that are interesting, but I would say the thing that stands out that is that like, oh my gosh, you never hear about things like this happening, right? Jaw-dropping moment was, and I'm just going to kind of set this up and then you can kind of elaborate, or please elaborate. We want to know. You'd worked at Hooters when you were in college. Mm-hmm. After college, you were still working there. You're pregnant. And then you were pregnant and wanted to get into makeup artistry. So you end up leaving there. You have your child. Makeup artistry becomes a thing. You're now in aesthetics school and you'd had a savings, which good for you because I was terrible about savings. So amazing that you had that. So you had the savings and you talked about at first it was okay. Mm-hmm. And then the numbers in your account started dwindling, right?
Yes.
Okay. And in your mind, what were you thinking? Like, what am I going to do or how am I going to make money? What do I do next?
Yeah. I mean, immediately I was like, I need to go back to Hooters.
Yeah.
I was like, that's where the money is.
Yes. And so you said at one point your bank account was pretty much at zero.
Yeah.
And then you got, right. And then you got some absolutely, I mean, sad yet amazing news. Mm-hmm. What, like unbeknownst to you, what happened? So tell us a little bit about the background and how this came to be.
Yeah. I honestly felt like it was God's timing. So yeah, as you explained, like my bank account, I was saving for a house. So I had like $25,000 like setting in my account.
Amazing. I never at that age,
really
never had that.
I know, it's because the money I was making there.
Yeah.
I mean, the economy was booming. But yeah, so I had a good chunk. So I wasn't scared. But then when my account was on fumes, I was like, oh my God, like what am I going to do? Mm-hmm. And then fast forward, I wind up getting news that that I inherited a house. And that was just super crazy. When I got the news, literally it felt like the movies. Like it felt like the whole world was just like spinning around me.
Just, disconnect. Like, I can't believe this.
Yeah.
Because the house, this wasn't the house from a will of your great aunt or your grandmother or somebody else. This was from a man that you had known for a year plus.
Yeah.
He was a regular at Hooters.
Right.
Just friends.
Yeah.
And he just was like, I'm putting this woman in my will.
Yeah.
We
were very close. Like he would always like call me, ask me for advice, and like I would even do the same. But it was really just like a friendship. And yeah, like when I told like my best friend at the time the story, she was like, oh my God, like you didn't have to like do anything for it. And I was like, no.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you think, I mean, that is kind of, I would say like from my perspective, I'm like, that's kind of strange. And I don't mean that in to be rude, but obviously you're a beautiful woman, you know, you're wearing the cute little Hooters outfits. I'm sure you looked fantastic in it. Mm-hmm. And this man's there as a regular. So he wanted to be around beautiful women. Yeah. But you guys were able to develop an authentic friendship beyond the wings.
Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely.
How did you find out that you were left his estate?
Yeah.
Who told you about that? He had no other children, right? So he had no children, no spouse. He had talked to you about putting you in his will and you just thought it was some kind of random side, like just a piece of something to say. You didn't really buy into it. Yeah. And no more conversation about it after that.
No. Because I shut it down. I was like, I feel like you need someone social and I'm definitely not giving you my social. Like I would never give anyone my social.
Right. Yeah, you thought
Yeah.
he would need some stuff from you for that. Okay.
So
And
that's why I was so shocked.
And how
Yeah.
long had you been? You guys still maintained contact after you left Tutors and had moved
Mhm.
and everything like that. Okay. And so, and then you went for about a week or so. You didn't hear from him, found out he passed away. Were you given an alert that you had been named in his will, or did you just see that in your bank account?
So his family member reached out to me and told me that he passed. And then I was just like so confused, but I was like, it makes sense because I haven't heard from him. And then she was like, yeah, we got to figure out what we're going to do for the will. And I was like, yeah, I mean, you just got to figure out like who's in charge of it.
Mm-hmm.
Just like talking regular, because I'm like, I didn't know.
Right.
So then I get a text asking what my address was. And I'm like, why do you need my address? And they're like, well, he's leaving you his house. And I was like, what?
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I'm like, is this a joke?
I can't even imagine.
Yeah.
Did you, so, I mean, obviously you find this out, your head's spinning, but this, what he left, unfortunately because of his passing, as a result, was able to fund you and your daughter as you finished out your licensure for aesthetics.
Yeah.
And helped you to really launch your business.
Yeah.
We don't have to talk about like all the particulars of it,
Yeah.
but we can just say, but it did help you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
this
it
helped
did help.
you. It helped you to pay off debts and just to get into a good place.
Yeah.
With that, if you were able to talk to him, what would you say to him about that? I mean, it's pretty shocking, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he could have left it to other family members. He could have donated it to charity. People do things like that.
Yeah.
What would you say to him if you were able to talk to him?
One, I would just say I'm so grateful and thank you, because I feel like he always knew. Like, we would have conversations about like me just like being a business owner. At the time, I didn't know what that is, but I was like, I just want to be my own boss. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I really want that. And I think he just kind of seen the light in me, and he would always say like, you're so full of light, and I love that about you.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I would just say thank you, and thank you for just trusting me. And I would also just, I don't know, I would definitely tell him that I was shocked.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
But the fact that, he thought of you enough to do that, I think that's pretty impactful. And I think, it's not just the money part. I mean, of course we can talk about that. We understand there's the material of these things, but it's also that, you guys had built a friendship.
Yeah.
And, you cared for him, he cared for you, and you made enough of an impact on him that he wanted to do something like that for you. And I think that's the part that's just the really kind of cool, because it could be a house that's, worth 20,000 or 2 million. Regardless of that, he thought enough of you to do that. And I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like you said, it was more than like the money and the friendship. Like, he also was a business owner. So like, he taught me game before I became a business owner. Like, he would tell me, yeah, I'm going to make this a business write-off. Like,
right.
This is a business write-off. He was telling me everything, how to write stuff off for a business. And I didn't even own a business yet. So
again, I go back to the wings, the Hooter wings. Were those a write-off for this young man?
Sorry. Oh, the Hooter wings?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
His wings were write-offs? Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Note to self, I'm going to go there, talk a little bit about business with the staff, and I'm writing off my wings, because I'm telling you, the wings are damn good. The wings are damn good.
Yep.
There's no question.
They're so good.
Yeah, they are. Hey, beauty lovers. If you've ever dreamed about turning your passion for skincare into a career you love, listen up. At Nova Laser and Aesthetics Training, we don't just teach aesthetics, we build futures. Our hands-on training gives you real-world experience with the latest in technology, skincare techniques, and treatments. Whether you're obsessed with facials, lashes, or helping others feel confident in their own skin, our expert instructors will guide you every step of the way. You'll graduate fully prepared to pass your licensing exam and ready to thrive in this fast-growing beauty industry. Enrollment is now open, so if you're ready to glow up your career, visit nvlet.com to learn more and schedule a tour. That's nvlet.com, where future estheticians start to shine and where science meets beauty. Well, I think it's just a really incredible story. So bring us to today. You finished your licensure. Congratulations.
Thank
So you've got
you.
your official SD license. You haven't gone to cosmetology school though, correct?
No,
Yeah.
and you actually don't need it to do bridal hair.
Right.
Mhm.
Because you're just styling it.
Yeah, because I thought about it. I was like, maybe I'll go, but that's like 2 more years. And I was like, for what? Like, I'm not going to cut and color people's hair.
Right.
Yeah.
You really have to weigh the investment. And I don't think you're going to get out of it what you're putting into it.
Yeah.
You know, I
Yeah.
think that's a good call because there's other
Mhm.
things you could probably invest in with the
Yeah.
business that would make more sense.
Definitely.
So baby girl, how old is she now?
She's 2.
She's 2. Wow.
Mhm.
Okay. So 2 years old. She'll be in preschool within the next 1 to 2 years, I guess?
She'll be like probably this August.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you've got her. So there's going to be that moment coming up pretty soon where you've got some extended care for her. So what do you see for 2026 for yourself? You've got your mentor.
Mm-hmm.
You've built this up. You're building and building. What are your ambitions for 2026? Have you laid them out? Have you talked about them? Have you kind of put them? Have you seen, what was the word you like to, what's the word? Affirmations?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Have you kind of visualized that for yourself?
Yeah.
What you're going to do?
I haven't done like the 1 year thing yet. I usually do that in December, but
pick out, if you can, 1 or 2 things that you want for yourself this year. And we're going to include, of course, all your contact information so that people can find your business on IG and contact you if they want any of these services. Because, and I believe I shared your information with my boyfriend's daughter who's getting married in March. So I don't know if she had some other people that she'd already contacted, but certainly we'll be referring and continue to refer you to. We've got a lot of brides that come into Rejuvelés too.
I bet, yeah.
We'll definitely be doing that.
Yeah.
But so we'll have your contact information so people can certainly give you a shout out and get in touch with you. But speaking of that, what do you see for yourself, or what's 1 or 2 things that you really want to see happen in 2026?
So I really do want to learn how to do hair because I do eventually want to start the team too. And I feel like with that being said, I want to be really good at doing the hair and the makeup before I'm like, okay. That way I can just do like the bride and maybe one other person, and then like the team handles the rest.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think it's good too to be able to do a little, like, even if you can't do everything in your business, you want to have somebody that you want to have people that you can trust and have some redundancy so that multiple people can cross over and do a few different things. But starting off when it's just you, it's important for you to be able to do a couple of those core things so that you can fill in case somebody gets sick, calls out. And so you can lead by example too.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah. And
So
like
it's
fix
good.
them. Because I feel like when people do join teams, they're mainly new. I mean, some people do not like to handle the admin work.
Mm-hmm.
So some people are a little bit more seasoned, but like I would like to help out the people that aren't that way.
And just
like
to clarify it for listeners, as you're referring to teams, we did talk about it in the episode 1, but teams are a group of collective makeup artists and bridal stylists, etc. Or it doesn't even have to be bridal stylists, but say hairstylists, makeup artists that are prepping people for maybe an important event, whatever that is. And so given that there are this could be a group event, multiple people getting these services, you create a team because one person doing multiple people just is very difficult.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the team you're talking about.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right. So looking into 2026, you're looking at getting the hair down. Is there somebody that you could work with that helps you with that, or do you learn it like self-taught? Kind of, your makeup's kind of been self-taught.
It's definitely been self-taught. Yeah. So I plan to like kind of teach myself and then practice. And then once I feel like a little like more seasoned, I plan on hiring this girl in Orlando that's friends with my mentor.
Sure.
Because she's so good at both makeup and hair. So I feel like I can enhance my makeup skills and my hair.
Perfect.
I heard it's like a couple days with her, so that would be nice.
Wonderful. I think that sounds great. I know a couple people that have done that, and it's really cool to see where they started and where they are now with the bridal hair. The bridal hair is actually a lot. I mean, the makeup's amazing, but the hair, some of the stuff you guys do is wild, like the little braids and the wisp. I don't know, it's just so cool. Oh, so it's so beautiful. So, well, I think all of that sounds pretty great for 2026, and you've got a lot of things to look forward to. So I really appreciate you being on our show, and I'm just really proud of all the things that you've done at such a young age, the things you've accomplished, and the things that you've worked through. You know, that's a lot. You know, having a child planned is hard. Having one that's surprise right after college is even harder. So I commend you on being such a great role model for her and for other young women too. Yeah. With that being said, somebody out there is listening and they're interested in getting into this line of work or doing the things that you would do. What would be a couple pieces of solid advice that you would give to an up and coming MUA?
Definitely posting for me, a lot of people say like just Instagram. If posting for you is hard, focus just on Instagram. But if you could do two, I would do TikTok and Instagram. Yeah, because more reach.
Posting and consistency are huge for marketing yourself and your business.
Right.
And what else?
And mindset. Definitely mindset. Just like affirmations. If you believe in God, like definitely pray. Because I feel like that has helped me a lot.
Keeps you grounded.
Yeah, exactly. Staying grounded. And really a big part of it too is like the people that you surround yourself with. Like I've had to befriend a lot of people, I feel like, to get to where I am, just because like we just like weren't headed in the same direction.
Yeah, definitely. I've talked about that earlier today with the guests we had on before. That there are limitations, and it's not a criticism of those individuals, but even just maintaining the friendship, because you can't be the same kind of friend you were. As an entrepreneur, you don't have. You just don't have. It could be the same direction, but also honestly, just the time. Because it is not a 9 to 5 by any stretch. So
no.
Well, I commend you on all of that, and thank you so much for taking the time out today, being on our show. I can't wait to watch what you do moving forward and seeing all the great things that you have. And definitely we'll be looking at your services for our staff photo shoots. I know we're not brides, but I'll
send my bride your way though.
All right. Sounds good. I love it. And just look forward to hopefully working with you in that aspect in the future, because you do
for the master classes.
Yes.
I love that.
You do beautiful work too. So just, really impressive. So thanks again for being on our show. Thank you guys so much for watching, for listening, and for supporting us and this wonderful up and coming MUA. Thanks so much for tuning in and dropping by, and we'll see you soon.
So pull up a chair, come join the show. Let's talk the highs, the hurt, the glow. She's got the mic and we've got the night. Let's live out loud, let's get it right. She's got the mic. Yeah, we're doing